Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Richy here. And, it just feels so nice to say that. It feels so nice to be here. I feel like at the beginning of every episode for the last several months, I've said, oh my gosh, it's been so long. We've missed like 50 videos. And this really is like the longest we've ever gone without uploading a video. The gaps just keep getting longer every single time. And at this point, I can't promise anything. I can't promise that we're gonna have a normal schedule soon, even though that's what I want. But I say this a lot, but it feels so good to get back behind the mic and just work on something relaxing, because this, as much as I tend to treat it like a job, it's not my job. It's what I do for fun. And if you saw the other things I had to do in school, you guys all think Minecraft is fun. Let's face it, YouTubers get to just have fun for a living. Like, no matter what you do on YouTube, you're just having fun, and you get paid for it. I don't get paid for it, but other people do, which it really, really is amazing. In my normal life, it's been an interesting week or two. I had 2 AP exams, my junior prom, a few other things, and it was horrible and terrifying, but some really nice things, like, in my life are just starting to happen, and I'm hoping the year's starting to wind down. School will be over in just a few weeks, and I can sit back and relax and enjoy myself and learn. It really is interesting. I feel like, and this is probably just because I'm a teenager and I'm like, school sucks, but I feel like I learn a lot more on my own outside of school than I do in the classroom. Okay, that went like deep, and there was life advice. There wasn't life advice, actually. I was just talking about my life for a very long period of time. The point is, today, we are back. We are back on Richy's World, and we are going to make something just awesome. I don't know what yet. I have not logged on here for a while, but you know what? Let's start up by finishing a project I started off camera. This pretty cool looking ceiling. Had to burp. Right here. And as you can see, if we go up here, it actually mirrors this sine wave pattern on the bottom. And I just sort of designed this roof that came out. I actually gave a picture of like this area with the flat roof to my friend, and I was like, what should I do here? And he's like, mirror the bottom. And it's actually been a great idea, but we just need to finish up sort of this area and merge it into here. Also, this wall needs to be fixed, and this blank area needs to be fixed too. I think we'll just stay around the base for this episode, just because I don't have a ton of time. And then right here, I bored out an area that goes down to the old base. First base I ever made. I actually made this in the very first episode of Richy's World. And you know what? Since I don't think anybody here's really seen it recently, let's see if we can fly on up. I love the rocket things. They're so cool. Yeah, it's just a little area. We have an automatic chicken cooker built into the side that appears to not be working all that well. It's been a while. And then our first nether portal was right here. And if we get into a decent area to fly outside, I'll show you how this looks. Man, we're just getting sidetracked, and I love it. Honestly, I just love blathering. But yeah, there it is. It's pretty cool. So today we're either gonna... Oop, that's a little bit fast. We're either gonna work on that. We're gonna finish up the roof project to begin with. We're gonna work on the tunnel, and then either we're gonna work on the tunnel or work on something else cool. But because we do need to get things done in this video and not just talk, as much as I would love to do that, I'm gonna jump down here, and I am going to finish that little area up. And we're back. I've done some cool stuff. I've done some really nice stuff. I've done some okay stuff that I'm not quite sure about. And all of it is basically right in front of us. So as you can see, we added these pillars in on the side right here with some dark prismarine to sort of ease along. I don't know if they ease along anything, but they just sort of look good with these blocks. This space isn't quite finished up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with there then. But as you can see, as we switch from this roof to this area right here, we move down a block. I'm not sure about the lighting, but I do like this pattern of going down just like this. And then we move to this area, which is basically just the mirrored panels here. A hole that I just chopped in the wall for some reason. And just this symmetrical area up here to fit us nicely into our corridor right here. And for those of you who haven't watched the last few episodes, I know it's been a while, right here is our brand new villager trader. And over here and here, we're not sure what we're going to add yet, so we just built these doorways and sort of blocked them off. I'm sorry, my voice is a little croaky right now. Haven't really done any warm-up or anything because it's a new day, and I basically just got home from school ready to record. But this place, it's looking pretty nice. It almost looks a little bit too complicated to me when I'm just looking right here. But you know what? I think we pick up on the full spiral pattern like that completely fine, especially when we're seeing it mirrored in the floor. And then it looks cool to run through, but when you really stop to look at it, you get a full thing. And it does that without being too noisy, without being too junky and complicated. I really think I'm coming closer to being a really good builder. This I'm really proud of, this whole area right here, as well as this floor. This entire hallway project is really nice because instead of trying to build something ridiculously big like I always do, I just got to focus on a small, really nice area. I'm going to work on how that merges. I'm not quite sure what to do. I mean, this whole base is smashed tons of stuff together, and it looks really cool because of that, but sometimes it's just like, there's so much going on. And speaking of a lot of stuff going on, that was a lame transition. I have not recorded in a while. We are going to build... Oh, oops. What's going on here? We are going to build a brand new system today, right down here, and with it, we're going to take care of this villager trader so it'll be officially finished. So what I want for this area is a system where there's tracks down here. So when one of these people gets let down, they fall into this track, and then they get taken to an area where unfortunately they get disposed of, and the minecart gets broken by a cactus and taken in an elevator back up to where it started, so we don't have to keep refilling the minecarts every once in a while. The other thing I want to do is add some sort of a system so that someone right here, once they go off the edge, they'll also be taken into that system so we don't get overflow. Because I think right now, if we go up here... there's only one. But if stuff goes bad, there's going to be a pile up right here. So we want to take care of that problem quickly. A quick recap for this system, for those of you who haven't seen it. So this right here is my old villager trader. And basically it just stores villagers so I can trade with them and get rid of the ones I don't want. Over there's a big villager breeder, and it takes everyone across this trader, and then onto this system. They get picked up by minecarts, they fall down here, and they get carried all the way up and around, and they have an opportunity to fall into any open slots. And then once we want to get rid of them, who's our test dummy here? Are you a butcher? No, you're a leather worker. When we want to get rid of them, we press this button, and they go down there. But for now, nothing happens when they go down there. So we're going to fix that. Alright, guys. We finished it. If you can't tell, it's really early in the morning. My voice is kind of crappy. I just woke up. But last night, I did a ton of work. Probably more work than I should have done off camera. And I finished up this system. So let's check out everything that's going on right here. Okay, where do I start? Right here, underneath where these guys drop down. So let's say we're in a minecart and we drop down right... I can't place a cart there. Right there. Press this button because someone doesn't want us, and we fall onto this rail. Eventually we move a little or get pushed, and we go in a direction. We come out here, we go up this ladder, and before you can even think about it, the cart has been broken by a cactus and put back into our original system, and we are standing on a magma block taking damage until we die. It's a pretty cool system. I'm quite happy with it. I think I'm actually going to do a little tutorial on this minecart ejector because it was really fun to design. So basically we're back up where the cart system starts. And what's happening here is you're going around this corner, obviously, and then we hit this activator rail, which makes you jump out of the minecart. And since there are all slabs here, the only block you can jump onto is this magma block here. I have seen some villagers get stuck here with their head in the redstone block, but I think it's the same amount of damage, and they die anyway. And then when the minecart goes by and goes around this corner, it just hits this cactus, and the minecart breaks and falls into this hopper, which goes into this chest, which goes into this hopper, which goes into our system, and then the next villager coming along can get in one of these minecarts, and when he does, it'll go up here and around. A new minecart will be dispensed, and that way we're never going to have to refill minecarts ever again. So we have a perfectly looping system, which is really cool. I also I made this system right here in case we did not want to kill villagers. You can see if it's on, the lights go off, and what this does right here is actually just flip where this rail is pointing. So if we grab our redstone right here, and you see it goes up this way, and then if we power it, it turns like this. And so if it's turned like this, if we don't want to kill villagers, instead of going up, it'll just go straight across here and down. And I'm not sure where this rail is going to lead yet, but we can obviously use this for really easy transportation to other places. Because before, it was so hard to move villagers that, like when I built my system for, come on, words, Richy. When I built my iron farm in the spawn chunks, it was so hard to get villagers that I just made a villager trader there. And here, I have wanted to do some nether projects for a while. We sort of started it and then stopped it. But we can make rail systems that go everywhere in the world for transporting villagers, no problem. And it's a nice, pretty simple system. I don't know if we can even get down there. But if we go down there, you can see this rail comes from this side, and then this rail feeds into it. So both end up on the same track. If someone went the wrong way with a minecart, they're actually just going to go back down. But there is a little system so that this trader can't overflow. If we, let's say darn it. I'm clever, guys. Try that again. Let's say you go past all of these. There are no open slots. Well, you're going to fall into this area and then come down onto a rail that takes you up to either be sent out to another place or killed. And your minecart will be recycled and everything will be good. I'm happy with this. I really like this system. I've already got rid of a bunch of villagers that I don't need. And the whole idea behind this is not only having a bunch of villagers sitting there, but being able to collect the best villagers. So, like, we had 5 clerics somewhere along here. And I simplified it down to the one with the very best trades in everything. Well, not in this, but in everything else. And so that way you can find enchantments that are really cheap that you want, and really, really trade down and get good deals on everything you do. So I think really the last thing we need to do in this episode is make an official access door to get into here. Because I really like this system where you can see all of the redstone, and that all the redstone's basically in one place, with the exception of the trading system over there, but that's all pretty simple. But it is nice to have this whole room and whole big area that's just filled entirely with redstone. We might need to build a big redstone contraption on the other side, or have a hallway turn and go on this side, just so that we can have a crazy redstone room, because that's fun. But we want sort of a secret way to get into it. I'm not entirely sure if I should be using wood, spruce logs right here. I mean, it looks okay. Yeah, that looks fine. And I think we're going to have a fancy redstone door right here, and a hidden redstone door right here. And we're going to keep it basic. Just have 2 sticky pistons like this. And then, because of bud mechanics, if we place some redstone right on top here, and then, I swear I can't see anything in my inventory. Boom. That's our little system, and we'll put, obviously, a wall right here, so you can't see it. And we're going to need a secret button somewhere. Okay. I just got a super cool idea. I don't even think we're going to have to restring much redstone for it, but let's get this out of the way. We're just going to mirror a lever, the lever that we have on this side for turning on and off those lights and the villager kill system. But because of the nature of because of the secrecy of this system, or not even secrecy, it's not going to be a big secret. What we need is a system that turns on and off, not with the lever, but that opens the door for a while every time we flick the lever, whether it's on or off. And I think to do that, we're going to make 2, they're not buds, I can't think. I got it. 2 monostable circuits. And we're going to do that just like this. Now we're stuck. Let me get an ender pearl. And place another block down here. So there we go. We have 2 monostable circuits. And that is going to provide us with 1 redstone pulse. So, if I am correct, and I am sometimes correct, this should give us a pulse whether our system is on or our system is off. Oh, we need to extend that, don't we? Just to make everything work. No, you know what? We don't. We'll extend it later. So what's going on here is basically, if I were to power this block right here, this repeater would activate this piston, and because it's pushing through a solid block, it would also power this redstone. But as soon as the piston went up, like this, it wouldn't be powering the redstone anymore. So it's just a device to make a really quick pulse. But since we have an opposite system, theoretically, if it turns off, this should turn on, and we'll have another jolt of power this way. So it works no matter what. That said, that's sort of just like a theory. Not entirely sure how this is going to play out. But we got to try it. So I'm just going to make an area for redstone to go like right up here. And we're just going to put our wire right there. And then maybe move it. I can't see anything. Move it back and down. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I'm sorry if I've been a little not doing the talking fast. Sorta throat clogged up. But this is gonna be good. This is gonna be really, really good if it works. Emphasis on if, guys. Let's make that a nice long pulse. Let's take one more ender pearl over here and clean everything up and flip that lever. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with this system. In fact, I have absolutely no clue. So we're going to do the good old-fashioned, I just need this signal to last longer trick with comparators. Let's grab a few of them right here. And we're going to make a tiny little comparator clock that will take a little bit of time to fade out. The system we're going to be building right here, basically, is I can't place any blocks here. It's going to look, gosh darn it, like this. And there's going to be redstone like here and here. And, well, redstone going into the back of each comparator. Anyway. And it's going to make everything last. It basically wraps the signal around a few times. And I'll show you when we get there. I can't explain anything. And now that we've got it built, we're just going to press this button right here. When this button turns off, you see it slowly fizzles out. Because basically a comparator carries the signal over. But every time you carry the signal over, you're losing one bit of power. So you're just going around in a circle and slowly unpowering it. And if this does not work, I do not know what will. So, let's flick that lever. And it works. I am happy with that. That's really cool. And that looks like that's it. Of course, all of this needs to be cleared up. There's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of stuff lying around. I don't think there are any more spaces monsters can get in, which is good. But I think for now, guys, that is going to be it. I'm not sure how long this episode was. It might have been a little short. But what are we doing it? We finished up that area. We added a really cool minecart system. And we added a door together. So, until the next time, guys, this has been Richy. If you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button, and please hit subscribe if you haven't already. I can't promise we're gonna have regular uploads. I'm gonna try, but it's not something I can promise. As summer rolls around, it's gonna get easier. But I know I neglect this channel, and I know that there are weeks I don't upload, but I really love you guys, and I really love making these videos. So, until the next time, this has been Richy. My nose is like all clogged up, and my voice sounds weird because it's morning, and I'm out. I'll see ya.